hyped up, and I love it, man. I love your guys' energy, man. And I know, Europe's really about to boom, go to the moon, man. And I'm so proud of, what you guys have done, thus far. And really, the future for Europe is so bright. I'm just very, very, very excited to be a part of it. And I'm really happy now because we actually have some kids from Europe, doing this movement. The next guy I'm going to bring out, actually, last ranking basing period, he'll talk about it. 2 new platinums in France, 2 new diamonds, 3 golds, and like 5 silvers last month in France. So I'm excited because I love you guys. I want to be out here all the time and tour all of Europe with Honest and just have a lot of fun, man. So next up, you guys, I'm going to share a little quick story about Darik Alexander. A lot of you know him. His YouTube video, I think, has 1.8 million views, which is mind-blowing. He's like Justin Bieber of Vemma. Or One Direction, we're in Europe, right? So, the guys, this kid's 21 years old, one of my close friends, and, I didn't even know he enrolled in the business. A lot of you know the name Josh Noble. Okay, Josh Noble went diamond, okay? He was stuck at diamond for 8 months. 20 cycles, 25 cycles, 18 cycles, 35 cycles, 15 cycles, 45 cycles, okay? Then 1 month, this kid named Darik Alexander gets enrolled in the business, and I get a phone call one day, and Josh was like, I think this month I may just go to executive. And he's like, there's some kid that popped in the business, they've enrolled 400 people in about 17 days. And I was like, that is obviously nuts. So what I did was, I got on a plane, and I flew to this kid's house, I flew to Darik's house. I walk into his first a home event, and I meet this guy, and I remember I went up to him, and he's like, you know what? My name's Darik Alexander, nice to meet you. Remember my name, I'm about to make history in this company. Okay? And he actually went fastest ever, to my knowledge, ambassador in this company. He went 0 to ambassador in 9.5 months, building two legs. At 20 years old, you guys. Okay? So what I want you guys to do is focus in and take notes on what Darik's about to talk about. He's about to give you some success tips on how to exactly do what he did. Okay, really quick, raise your hand if you would like to go ambassador, okay, in the next 6 to 7 months, right? So with that, one more time, man, get on your feet. Welcome one of my best friends, Ambassador Darik Alexander.
Today, so let's go. Let's see what I got for you. First off, though, I'm really, really humbled, grateful, and just honestly excited. I've never been to Europe before, so first time. What I'd like to do with you guys before we start, it's called the Vemma Battle Cry. Vemma Battle Cry, what is that? Where I'm from, we'll have people yell Vemma as loud as they can. And the reason is because there's so many different people doing it. Someone will yell Vemma! And then 10 seconds later, someone really far away goes, Vemma! It's like, you got it. So we're gonna do a practice one, and then I'm gonna film all of you doing the second one. Because my teams in America, they're going, what is Europe doing? And it's not just your ability to sign people up. Because, everyone gets signed up in this business. This is the key. It's your ability to keep the people you're signing up. Your attrition in this organization is phenomenal. So, we're going to do a practice one, and I'm going to do it first to warm it up. So I'm going to be the one getting uncomfortable. This is all about being comfortable in uncomfortable situations. What I don't want is, Vemma! Alright, so we'll go first. Vemma! Vemma! Okay. Alright, so we're going to film this. Hold on 1 second. I'd like everyone to stand up. Vemma Battle Cry. Now I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Give yourself a round of applause. Great job, everybody. Thank you for that, too. So, when I heard about the whole concept of Vemma, this entire organization and what it could do. To be completely honest, the whole idea of it I thought was too good to be true. Okay? Too good to be true. There's no way. You're telling me I can drink this stuff, tell my friends with iPhones, iPads, Skype, and they're going to pay me. And my friend, Garrett is from Maui in Hawaii, because I went to school in Hawaii. Yeah. Long beard, long hair, tattoos. Not the most, in my opinion at the time, educated, business savvy person. But he comes to me and he goes, this is happening. I care about you. You're my friend. I want to expose it to you because it'd be a disservice if you didn't hear about this from, me in the first place. Because I'm going to take this really far. He tells me that, and I go, what's Vemma? What's Verde? Guatemala, Colombia, or like what's going on? So I had no idea what this was all about. But he told me, no, this is going to happen. It's a big deal. I care about you. For 2 months, I played it off. And I joined some other people in my friend group talking negatively about it because I didn't know what it was. And about 14 months ago, I followed the crowd all the time. Not knowing if you follow the crowd, at some point, you're going to step in someone's poop. Sounds kind of funny. But you take the road less traveled, you pave that road. But I was really good at fitting in. And then finally, I'm working my job. Jerry said, who has a job again? I think a few of you have a few more people have a job. My point is, I personally have never made anything more than $10 an hour. And I thought I was on top of the world. I was like, I'm about to get $11.45 an hour. Woo! $11.45 an hour. I come in, I sit at the computer, I talk to people, what could be better? But my boss, 10 minutes before work every day, would come in and be like, you're all 19 years old. You're expendable. I can go get new people. Young people are hungry for work. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, there's got to be something more. There has to be. I'm not going to go to school, get good grades, and trade my time for money all day. Because this is what I didn't understand. If you go work 10 hours and you make $10, the asset you get from your employer is the $10, or 10 euros. Sorry. The asset you're giving your employer is your time. How much is your time worth? You have 86,400 seconds in a day. How are you spending it? I had no idea how much my time was worth, and I was financially illiterate. So I didn't know who to listen to in the area of making money, because I didn't know how much money I wanted. So I meet Josh Noble, the guy was making $3,000 a month, and I was like, what? Not just because of that, but because he had time freedom. He didn't have someone telling him when to show up. He was building a full-time fortune, part-time, and I was shocked. And my mind couldn't wrap around it. It was like I was like a newborn baby trying to walk the graphic concept. I'm like, what's going on? I can get paid to drink. And as we started talking, what Garrett did that really was phenomenal, my enroller, he created a conversation. He created a conversation. Those who've been in the business for a little bit, or you're new, either way, you want to be successful, create conversations. If you're not making tons of income, it's not your job to explain the whole business. It's your job to be a mediator. I want you to meet my friend. I want to expose you to what he's doing. I care about you, and I want you to hear his story. And I want to get your opinion on his story. That's so much better than just, word vomiting on someone. And that's what happened. And the funny thing was, I didn't know if Josh was trying to sell me or if he actually cared about me. And so I said, hey, what are you doing at 6 in the morning? Come work out with my friend Nick and I. And I thought, if he shows up in the morning, I'm in. Silver pack. Got him. If not, I'm not in. Funny thing was, 6 a.m., he's there ready to go. 2 months later, I found out he walked 2 miles to meet me at the gym at 6 a.m. And I had no idea. So that's what really got me involved in Vemma, because this whole organization and the multi-level marketing industry, network marketing industry, it's not really about the money, it's about the freedom. And I think a lot of young people get confused because we think we want nice cars, nice lifestyle, but what we really want is the time freedom that gives us. And what's even more important is you don't want a lot of money for your parents. You want the time freedom for your parents to do whatever they want. And so my whole life, I always would wonder, what if money didn't matter? And what I would have guessed is you'd go do whatever you're passionate about, whatever you love. And anytime there's a problem, it's not really a problem. It's a little molehill you jump over. It's like, that wasn't too bad. Because you love what you're doing so much, you don't have to push. Your vision pulls you to where you want to go. And so in Vemma, what I noticed was through the last 14 months, it's not that I gained income, it's that I gained time freedom, more importantly, with a family. That's the biggest thing. When I travel to a new place and I see new people in my organization, I sit all of them down and I go, why do you do this? Why do you do this? Why do you do this? And if they say, because I want money, my next question is, why do you want money? And if they don't know how to answer it, they need a learning lesson. They need to study a little more. They need to build their why. Because people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Any great leader inspires action through figuring out someone else's core desires. You know, BK Barreto one time said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, use them proportionally. And I struggled with that for a long time, because I was a talker. I realized I was talking all day and I wasn't listening. And we say, you know, you live and you learn. I think it's better to listen and learn. So, you build a culture with people. No high fives, just hugs. Anyone in this business, give me a hug, man. I'm honestly, like, I see this as a family environment. So, we really built a core family, and that's what made this big. So that when someone's not calling you, who got on board excited, and they're not calling you because they can't bring people to events, or they can't sign kids up, and they're feeling discouraged, you can hit them up and go, hey, remember when you got on board and told me why you wanted to do this to retire your mom? What's happening right now, that's the prologue to your story of success. You need that. Because what's a story without any action, without any turmoil? It's boring. I have about 4,500 people in my organization. Guess how many have gone through my business? 13,000. That's not 8,500 failures. It's 8,500 learning experiences. Over and over and over again. So, the problem is never the problem. The problem is your attitude with the circumstances in your life that will happen, no matter what. So it's always on you. The time you spend pointing at other people, it's wasted, bringing it right back to you. Because if you can do that, you take responsibility for not just your life, but your organizations. And it's really exciting to do that, because when you're successful, it's because of you. But when you fail, it's because of you. So there's a lot of freedom in that. So before I get off, there's a few things I want to talk about. I want to talk about being the change you want to see in the world, starting with yourself. Who here? Raise your hand if you ever had what someone called like a hater or a negative. Anyone ever have like a hater or someone that brings you down? I want to talk about that word hater. I want to look at that. Because what I've noticed in this business in Vemma, we talk about the haters. Oh, they don't want to do it. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I don't think haters exist. I think they're fabricated. I think we create haters. And I think the truth is, sorry, don't flatter yourself. You don't have 100 haters. You really don't. You probably have like 5. And the truth is, if you follow what professional network marketers do, what some of the best do, these royal ambassadors, I mean, they tell me to like go grab their bags, I'll grab their bags, shine their shoes. I'm shining their shoes. Because you want to listen to what they say. Well, what they say is professionals, they're not hunters, they're farmers. And the whole job is education and understanding. They're consultants. You can't put everything in 5 people. Haters are created or fabricated because when your friend tells you no, you get upset. And then you talk to another friend in Vemma, and then you're talking negatively about that person. Well, how's that going to make that person feel? Right? So who created that hater? We did. Right? You did. So one thing that we're trying to build is a culture of change with how you interact with people outside of Vemma, but inside of Vemma too. And that starts from, as a leader, if you have someone in your team badmouth someone that doesn't do it or said no, You gotta be like, hey, they weren't ready yet. It's not their time. Our job is to educate people, help them understand. It's not to force them to do something they don't want to do. Because I wasn't ready to get on board when I heard about it. I needed multiple exposures to be involved. And when I finally got on board, I was ready to get on board. If you push people to join when they're not ready, they're joining out of fear. Any motivation through fear, it's not sustainable because they don't have a really deep reason to do it. If you motivate through desire for success, which is what do you want? What do you really want? And not just the money, what you're doing with the money. Me, to be completely honest, what I want is right now. The past 2 days have been some of the happiest days of my life. I've been surrounded with people that are so successful and opulent, it's associating myself with these types of people. And being able to travel the world. When I was 16 and got my car, I was like, I can go see my friend now by sitting in this box. Now I can see the world by sitting in a plane. And we can all do that. So I want you to understand, you deserve this. Everyone in this room, you deserve it. You have to believe you deserve to be right here. All of you in a black chair. You becoming a brand partner. You drinking this product. It is your responsibility to be right here. That's the expectation you have for yourself. And how do you do it? Serve. You have to become a servant. I'll be real. When you hit ranks fast, you think quick. Think, oh, I did it. But you're always going to be worth your value. You notice people hit ranks quickly, they stay, they plateau. It's because they're always worth their value. So spend a lot of time as a servant. Your job is not to micromanage people. It's not to tell them what to do all day. Your job is to listen. Hear what they want. And you're going to be able to chomp off the fat and figure out what they really need. And as long as you keep helping them, you're great. And we call it, one thing you say is, feel, felt, found. I don't have the money. How does it make you feel? No. I know how you feel. Because I didn't have the money when I heard about Vemma. I felt the same way. Here's what I found out. Feel the difference right there? It's so different. So, change the culture within yourself. Be the change you want to see. Know your team's core values. And change the way you view failure. Because it's not failure, it's temporary defeat. And like I said, you all deserve to be up here as soon as possible. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Have a great time.
Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has come to that part of the night where you get to hear from the guy, the man, the myth, the legend, and I'll be honest, you know, a quick little story before I bring him out here. I got approached to do Vemma. I said no for 30 days, and one day, I tried the verb, I liked it, and I called my dad. And my dad's like, you know what? I've been in these things before, we made some money, something happened, and, you know, it could be good, it could be bad. And I'm like, Dad, there's something here, I want you to come out and check this thing out. And he's like, well, if I'm going to really come check this thing out, he's like, I want you to talk to somebody, and I want to talk to the guy in charge, whoever that guy is. So, phone call. In 48 hours, my dad gets on a flight from Columbus, Ohio, flies to Scottsdale, Arizona. We walk in a corporate office at Vemma, right up into BK Braco's office room. I mean, open door policy, we walk right in, and my dad grills him for 30 minutes. I mean, every question you can imagine, to the point of he wanted to know his kids' names and ages. And I left that meeting with my dad and BK, and my dad's like, you know what? I've been in this industry. We've made a lot of money in this industry. I've never felt that feeling that I just felt with that guy in that room. He said there's something about this man, his heart's in the right place, his mind's in the right spot, and whatever his hand's on is going to go to the moon in this industry without a question. I mean, this guy... And what DK Braco has done, he saw the young people thing working a little bit, and instead of just slamming it down, all he did was he empowered it more and more and more. And he got, Mark Patterson making these incredible videos, and they rebranded, the can. They launched Verve Bold. They launched our car program. Guys, the CEO of this company, it's revolution, guys. I mean, he is backing us 100 million %. Okay, and his vision for this YPR, Young People Revolution and Young at Heart Revolution, guys, is not just a couple $100 million, guys. Billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. Okay, and the reason why he started this whole Vemma company, guys, because he lost his mom and dad to heart disease and cancer way before their time. He created this company not for money, not for profit, not for jets, and not for cars. He created this company to help the people, power back to the people, increase people's health, and put money back in our pockets, guys. I mean, this guy is a revolutionary, okay? You take Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs, and you get BK Braco. So with that,